Yeah, what's up? What it do? Right back at you with another video, and you tuned in to War for Peace. And by the way, family, Happy New Year's to everyone. Hope that everyone can get through 2021 with prosperity and positive energy. But today's topic, I want to talk about the real world versus the internet world. And in the real world, we face a lot of real issues, and in the internet world, we face a lot of false issues. So I want to talk about some of the things that we face, and I'm gonna come from an LA perspective, Los Angeles, California, Southern California, and a perspective that we face out here in this city of Los Angeles. Most black people in LA are at the bottom of the bracket. We have a small community in LA to where, you know, you got black people that have money, and that's called Baldwin Hills. That's right above, if you know LA, that's right above the jungles. So it's a very, very small community. You know, a lot of black people up there have money, but most of those black people are old. Most of those black people are retired. Most of those black people were black people in the 60s and the 70s, and they bought them houses way back then. But then we also start to face another issue in LA. We start to face the onload of Latinos, Mexicans in LA during the early 80s. And during that time, it was still a lot of blacks in the community. Like I say, my street before was all blacks, and there was only about 3 Latino families. And now when you go down my block, it's the opposite. About 4 black families and the rest is Latinos. A lot of blacks moved out and sold their house, and, you know, they couldn't afford where it was no more. So a lot of them moved out, sold their house, got the money, went and bought a house out in the valley, or, you know, Palmdale, Victorville, Lancaster. So a lot of blacks start moving into the outskirts, into the high desert, into the low desert. The ones that stayed were misplaced. A lot of them live in apartments. And I'm gonna give you an example. I lived in Hawthorne, California for a few years. And I used to walk, this is the early 2000s, I used to walk my son to preschool before I jumped on the bus and went to work. My wife, you know, we had 2 cars, but my car broke down at the time, so she had to take the car to work because she worked further than what I worked. So I caught the bus. So I used to drop my kid off at preschool. I used to walk down a couple of blocks where there's nothing but apartments at, where, you know, it's a lot of blacks over there. But then I used to get into the residential area. I used to have to walk through this residential area to get to my son's preschool. And one day I realized, I said, damn, ain't no blacks over here. It's all Latinos, all Mexicans, and they all homeowners. What's going on with black people? That's when I first started to realize and start to wake up and start to see things in a real perspective. I said, black people, we don't own the houses. We all in apartments over here on these streets. And then when I walk into the residential area, is the Mexicans. They own these properties. Damn, then I said, damn, how are they getting these properties? Then I started putting 2 and 2 together. I started to say, you know what? Back in that time, it was very hard to find a job, especially industrial jobs, construction, manufacturing. Because like I said before, a lot of young black dudes, after high school, a lot of young black dudes that look for work, that need money, go look for work. And then most of them jobs are industrial, manufacturing, driving jobs, stuff like that. So they go look for them jobs. Most of them jobs are sold up by the Mexicans. One of the reasons why it was so hard for black people to get jobs, because a lot of them were getting in a high authority position, and then these guys would be the one that hire and fire, but then they'll put on the ad that you have to be bilingual, must be bilingual, Spanish, to even get this job. And this is warehouse, this is manufacturing, this is driving. So they were already butting us out, black people, by just saying that alone. But Africans are the problem. But anyway, so this is what they would do. And then I start to realize, I said, damn, I'm driving. I used to be driving up the street and then I see a construction crew doing the pavement. You know what I mean? And I say, damn, no blacks, all Latinos. Then I see a construction crew working on a building. I say, damn, no blacks, all Latinos. Then I see a plumbing company doing this. Then I see people working on the wires. Then I see people doing all these landscaping. Then I say, damn, no blacks. But the diaspora blacks are the problem. I don't understand that. But no blacks, man. And I said, damn, this is fascism in a different way. This is why these people own these houses and they able to afford these places and afford these homes and buy a home, because these dudes are making 30 an hour, 40 an hour. You know what I mean? Most of these jobs will hire you on an apprentice program, but they only hire their own kind. And blacks are not being hired, and that leads us to a lot of other stuff, hustling and other stuff. Man, I was hustling for a while because I couldn't find a job. I had no other choice. To pay my rent, I could have went and worked at McDonald's, but I couldn't pay no damn rent with that. And a lot of my homies, same thing. I done had talks with my niggas and they say, man, hey man, I'd rather work and get a job and do this than do what I'm doing. But this is a situation we face in LA. And this is why you look at Skid Row and you see all those people down there misplaced. And it's all black people. I got a homie, like I said before, he in the nonprofit program, he go down there to pass out pizza, man. And he's believing this shit. So, like I said before, it's a real life situation that we face on this internet. And in real life, we do not talk about this bullshit. He go down there and pass out pizza and other foods and clothes and give stuff for them to live more comfortable. But other people are living way better. Other people are living well, got houses, got property. If, for example, I went to Trade Tech for a minute before I went there to take a trade. Cause I always talk to my homies about this, and they always look at me and say, damn man, I never thought of that. But I went to Trade Tech. And when I went there, I seen that it was not too many blacks. This is the early 2000s again. It wasn't too many blacks there going to school, going to college, going to school. I went there for a trade for electrician. And when I went there, it was only about 2 blacks in the class, all Latinos. The plumbing class building was right next to us, all Mexicans. The construction, all Mexicans. The mechanics, all Mexicans. And I said, damn, my peoples, where y'all at? We don't like to get dirty no more, man. This is when our communities was thriving, man, when we did all these other things, man, to make money. When we go to get our tire changed, we have to walk into their establishment, another establishment, Mexicans. When we go to the mechanic shop, we gotta walk into their establishment, all Mexicans. When we go to the grocery store, now we gotta walk into their establishments, all Mexicans. When we hire people to do our AC, Mexicans coming to do it. When we hire people to do construction on our crib, all Mexicans coming to do it. When we hire people to do landscape, all Mexicans coming to do it. But we have a African and Caribbean problem, taking the resources. The number is just too small for that. Man, we do not talk about this in real life. You can come to LA and go to Leimert Park. Right now, the coronavirus shut a lot of stuff down. We have so many festivals there. And where Africans, Caribbeans, the diaspora is there chilling, loving their blackness. Never no issues, never no, the differences that we do talk about always was positive. I like how y'all play them drums. I like how y'all do that. I like the way I like your food. I like the rice and beans and the oxtails and stuff like that, the plantain. Oh, I like the macaroni and cheese and the greens y'all make. That's just very delicious. Right? I remember a lady that stayed next door to us. We called her grandma. And she used to grow greens in the backyard. You know, and she used to always pick them and then go make greens and hot water cornbread. And she gave us that shit, man, and we loved that shit. My mom, she used to always pass that shit over the gate to us. Every time she make it, where your mom? Where your mom? She'd come and give it to us. And my mom did the same. She loved my mom food. When you gonna make some more of them oxtails and stew, that stuff is good. Rest in peace, her soul. But this is how we dealt with each other, man. All this new shit, this is all new age haterism shit. These niggas is haters nowadays, man. Niggas can't even get along with each other. Let alone someone else. Niggas can't even get along with each other, man. And I'm gonna tell you a story, man. And the reason why I brought this topic up, because one of the guys that drive, it's a driver that come to my job, he drop off shit, right? And I told you before, I'm the only black there, so we always talk to each other. And he come and drop off shit, and I seen another black dude pull up, same company. So I'm like, I tell him, I said, oh, they hired another brother, huh? He said, oh, yeah. He said, I'm surprised. He said, man, I've been here for 16 years, man. And I'm saying, I was only black that whole time. He said, I'm surprised he hired a brother, a young dude too. So I hollered at him, and he was telling me every time, he was like, yeah, man, because every time they go drop the shipment off somewhere, then people look at them like they crazy, like they don't supposed to be here. He said one dude even asked him how he got hired. These are Mexicans that they dealing with because they go drop off to construction sites. The product, you know what I'm saying? They drop it off to construction sites. Right? So these are the things that we face out here. Another example, I used to drive for a job, and it was only about 3 of us at first, probably about 40 Mexicans. Then, I used to always, when my boss interviewed people, I used to always go in there, you know what I'm saying, because I had a little pool, so I used to always go in there and clown, like, hey, you gonna hire the black dude? And we get to laughing and shit. So I guess he, I used to be playing, but I used to be serious. So I guess he got the memo, and he started hiring more black dudes. So we end up getting about like 8 or 9 deep in there. You know what I mean? I got like 2 of my homies in there too. And I gave them the rundown. You know what I'm saying? And they used to be like, damn, LeVon, you don't really fuck with nobody. I say, because I went ham on the game, these niggas already, and they teamed up on me. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit. You know what I mean? And one of my other homies, I don't play that shit either. You know what I'm saying? So it was about 4 of us out of all the dudes, and then the rest of the dudes used to try to kick it with them. And I used to tell them niggas, and I don't know racist shit, but be careful, bro, because these niggas be practicing that racist shit, homie. This is why I don't fuck with a lot of them. They be on that racist shit, right? So they end up going, they used to go to lunch with them, having pizza. And I'm not finna say, because I had like a couple of them, my homie, I had a few of them that I had love for, a few Mexican dudes that was real, some real thorough niggas there. So I'm not saying all of them, the majority of them though. So they used to go to lunch with them and all that stuff. And we used to always say, damn, you know what I'm saying? Be careful, because we done heard them niggas say racist shit before. And you know what I'm saying? I checked them a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, they used to go to lunch with them. They used to go chill with them, doing all this stuff. And they used to act like they didn't want to fuck with us. These are brothers, right? So one day, this the funny shit. So one day, one of the dudes, his daughter had a baby. So he sent the picture to them. He group texted them the picture. And he group texted them all the picture of his daughter, newborn baby, right? So they group text that picture back to each other with a monkey on the side. They didn't know that they included him back in the group text. He come to me hot, furious. Oh, we on. Look at this shit, homie. They should get fired. And I'm like, nigga, I told you. He's like, yeah, I should have thought you told me. I said, I told you, my nigga. I told you. That's why I don't fuck with him. Oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So he stopped fucking with him after that, got into it with him. You know, they had a little dispute and all that shit. So I'm like, don't snitch. I told the nigga, don't snitch to the boss. I said, we gonna handle this. So I went to him and they're like, oh no, I just send that shit, whoop this, whoop that, and it wasn't us, it wasn't me, and I don't know who did that. You know, they denied it, you know what I'm saying? But he stopped fucking with him, but I told his ass, I said, this how they get held. Be careful, bro. But you know the funny thing is that out of the 4 niggas that was thorough, one of them was a foundational black and the rest was from other places. It was 2 Belizean and the other homie was from Trinidad. We was on code. So that's why I'm saying, it doesn't matter, homie. When you in your black code, you in your black code. The rest of them 4 niggas that was fucking with them Latinos was all foundational. And they weren't even fucking with us. Actually, some of them niggas was beefing with each other. They didn't even talk to each other, nothing like that. Right? They had beef and personal problems with each other. This is what I'm trying to say. Niggas, we beef with each other while we got other people try to destroy all of them. This is the shit we go through. Neely Fuller said it best. He said, man, we keep complaining about why we don't fuck with each other and all this stuff and why other people don't want to fuck with us. He said, shit, if I was them other people, I wouldn't fuck with us too. He said, because we do so much fucked up shit to each other, why would other groups want to come fuck with us? And I'm just talking about blacks in general. I ain't talking about no certain diaspora. So these are the things that we really face, man. The real life versus internet life. We very misplaced. We at the bottom of the barrel as black people. There's no Caribbean group living lavish. There's no African group living lavish. There's no resources being taken. The resources are still there. When I went to Trade Tech, I asked the lady, I said, so do this stuff ever run out, this financial aid stuff run out and grants? She said, no, it's there for everybody. This was a black lady. She said, they just come and taking advantage of it. I wish our people would do this. Right? The resources are there. We're not taking advantage of it. The resources are there. Now, don't get me wrong. We do face, as black people, we do face people, we do face organizations or city, all this city ordinance stuff. They do treat us different when it comes to loans and all this stuff. And this is why we have to put each other in positions so we can start giving each other the help that we need, because that's what the other races do. And another example, my wife worked for the county of Los Angeles. That used to be predominantly black workers and now predominantly Latino workers. And now her boss is a Mexican and they hire nothing but Mexican people. My wife has had to say something about it. They hired one black girl after she said something. But these are the things that we face, man. I went to a job interview years ago and I got interviewed by a black lady, woman, and I got interviewed by a Latino man. It was a driving job. The black lady had an attitude with me the whole time, bro, rolling her eyes. And when I first seen her, when I first walked in, I was so happy to see a black person. I'm like, oh yeah. And she was rolling her eyes at me, saying stuff with attitude, like, I'm like, damn, the Mexican dude, he's talking very nice to me. He happy I got a driving experience, and oh yeah. And she coming with an attitude, bro. This is what we face. This is the real life shit, homie. Why y'all blaming other people for some different shit, man? I don't get it. That doesn't affect no one. The numbers are too slim for other black from the diaspora to affect any blacks. It's just too small. We have groups out here that's really affecting us, and I'm talking from an LA perspective. That these people affect us in a major way. We at the bottom of the barrel. We don't own no property. We don't got no establishments. Crenshaw is over with. All in barbershop. My homie got a barbershop right there next to the shoe warehouse that they tore down right by the Mer Park. That shit is gone. They built a train there. We need to rally and we need to come together and rally about jobs, homie. That's what we need to rally about, getting these, and because everybody not gonna start a business. And most of these people are eating off these jobs. They eating because they got good jobs. They buying property because they got good jobs. It's cool to get a business. Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer that to get a business. But we also, a lot of people are not gonna, we gotta deal with reality. Everybody's not business savvy. People that's majority are the workers. So we do gotta get jobs out there. And they got all the jobs. They making 30, 40 an hour buying property while we sitting here trying to hustle every day. You know what I'm saying? But we blame the Africans. And I yet to see an African or Caribbean community that exists that's doing well. To where those are, oh, look at those black folks, they doing well. Oh, those are Caribbeans. Those are the Africans. Look, they living all in the hills. And oh man, that's the black, and they keeping us out. They taking all our reach. Man, that's bullshit. We always look for somebody to blame. And it's always each other. We always look for somebody to fight, and it's always each other. The only difference now that we got other blacks saying that these people are not us. So now you want to fight some people that's not you, that is you, that now that you claiming not you, but you don't want to really fight the people that's not you, that's really not you. That's crazy, man, because we face a problem, and like I say, I have nothing against Mexicans, man, because all they did was come get it how they live. That's all they did. They came and got it how they live. They beat us out. They practiced their coldness, and we didn't practice our coldness. We get backlash and we get attitudes from other blacks, and we beef with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to be on top. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's not even about some people being wrong. It's just that everybody want to be the one to control this and control that. They will set their family on fire to do that. We want to control this. We want to do that. We want to be the one on top. So look, we gonna go after these motherfuckers and say, look, and we gonna get people to follow us with this shit. A lot of these people never even thought like this before they was even listening to some of these people. They didn't even have these thoughts in their head. And don't get me wrong, you can learn something as time go on. You learn and you grow, but there's some stuff that's wrong, bro. And we got a real world that we fighting out here, and right here in the real world, in the streets that we face every day. Gang problem. Our youth out here is thugging. Our youth is killing each other. Our young women is hoeing out here, having babies at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Not going to school, all type of shit that's happening out here, man. There's real issues that we have to deal with. Let this shit be about, let the ADOS and the FBA movement be about reparations. Don't nobody give a fuck about getting no money like that, man. I'm gonna tell you something, if it's supposed to just be American descendants of slaves getting money, so be it. That's not gonna stop nobody else from getting money, from hustling and doing what they do. People gonna still gotta work regardless. Do that shit now. And if that money come, that just be icing on the cake. But that's not gonna stop nobody. What's the argument about? That's not gonna stop no Africans from becoming doctors and lawyers and whatever they do. Or no Caribbeans, or nobody from the diaspora gonna stop because they don't get reparations. That's not gonna stop nobody. Because as a group, we need to help each other. But we do, as a black community, need reparations because it's gonna help everybody. But all this trying to gatekeep certain things is bullshit. That's all I got to say, man. We got the internet issues we face, which is fake shit, because we don't talk about it in the real world. And then we got the real life issues that we face out here. Niggas is not going for this shit. This is why that movement didn't grow. This is why these movements is not going past the internet. Because when niggas in the streets hear this shit, they be like, what the fuck? Man, that niggas is talking some bullshit, homie. Only the haters. But I'm out of here. Peace.